What's going on, guys? Kai here. We have some player suggestions. There's definitely one in this video that's going to be a hot topic, and I'm only going to do a couple of them because I'm going to spend a lot of time on that one topic. Let me know if you guys would like longer videos like this, doing the suggestions, or if you would like it more often with the shorter form. Let's get into it. Alright guys, a bunch of them are going to be Crystal Battlefield focused. Some people haven't seen the updated Crystal Battlefield coming, which is instead of the big issue that everyone's having is spawn camping. Camping in the spawn. That's what this person's saying right here. They're worried about people spawn camping, and that they can legitimately just go in there and kill you as you spawn. In the change being made, I'm not saying it fixes it, but they obviously know it's an issue. The change they're trying right now is instead of spawning in your spawn, you are now going to spawn at a random location on your half of the map. I don't think that does a whole lot. It obviously stops people who are on auto and just walk at the spawn, stops them. But people actively going side to side in the three spots, not going to do a whole lot. Alright, next one. They want more emojis. It's been a long time since we had more. I agree. Next one, Season Fairy. They want a male Season Fairy, which I obviously agree. Not just because it would be a new male fairy, but because it would be another outfit, which is very, very important in my book. And this person is the same that we saw down below. They're also worried about the people killing people in spawns in Crystal Battlefield, and they would like their fix, which I think does help, is more in the right direction of than what they're actually doing. Is if you enter their spawn, you instantly die is what they're saying, but I would probably think it would be more like the lightning damage from like Guild War. That's a lot better. But or like if you're familiar with League of Legends, where it's it progressively deals more damage the longer time you deal in there, you hang out in there. It'll be like guaranteed if you are in there for more than 3 seconds, you're dead. Gives you some leeway to, if you're chasing someone, you can get in and get the last hit before they're able to get into safety. But if it's if they have a dodge or something, or if they use a movement speed skill or something, then you are going to die before you actually catch them. I think that's in the right direction. Mount privilege, they want more. Sorry, this person's not asking for more. They're asking for updates to the current ones instead of for like the one we currently have now, guild buff plus 15% contribution. It would be ideal to have an increase of this, and in addition, give guild merits. I'm guessing he's talking about for things like clown and whatnot. I like that. Now that there's more stuff in the game, we got to keep an eye on things like that. They saying the same person talking about the same thing. I'm trying to find the one that I was looking for. The amount of personal. They like what we have in the house. They want presets for homes. Okay, yeah, I'll check mark that. They want presets for homes, so people can like if you're familiar with what is it, Mario Maker, stuff like that, where you can like put it on the Discord here, my Discord, Facebook, wherever you want, or even just in open chat or whatnot, and people can copy your setup and build it themselves. Could be very cool when we're doing things like Christmas or whatnot. It'd be really interesting. I think this would be good. Do, do, do. Okay, the next one. Okay, we're gonna do these two right here. They're both Crystal Battlefield base. This one more so Crystal Battlefield, and this one is talking more of like the fair mode. So make it so you can see everything. There we go. So Crystal Battlefield and Uncharted Battlefield. Regarding Crystal Battlefield, when fighting in Crystal Battlefield, many players only rely on fairy switching. Oh yeah, I did read this one. I like this one a lot. Where everyone just using both sets of fairies, swapping to the next team, both sets of fairies, just fairy bombing is what the community calls it. They do that a lot, and they're suggesting to increase the time. So like, what is it? There's some game modes where instead of a 5-second cooldown, it's a 30-second cooldown. There's some game modes like that. Some PvP game modes actually. Shrine Peak, I believe, does that. There's some others, but that's what they're suggesting here. I totally agree. Make them actually use the skills instead of just fairy bomb, fairy bomb, fairy bomb, walk away till my fairies are back up. Especially people that have multiple teams, right? We're at a point where you have the 5 elements and you have 2 teams of each. So we have 10 teams of fairy bombing from each person. Alright. My suggestion, restrict. Yeah, that's what I was saying right there. Uncharted Battlefield. This is very important because, as we know, Crystal Battlefield, you can only do your two a day. Many complain about players playing multiple times in Crystal Battlefield and ruining rewards for others, and so it was changed. Now we can only play Crystal Battlefield when we have attempts. Isn't Uncharted Battlefield the same? So please make it the same, like no entry without attempts. So if someone's good, I know at least on NA, there's 4 groups of 3 that I know of off the top of my head that go in whenever they're available. So at least twice a day when it's available, and just run rampant. They know the countdown when rooms are going to go down. They know which rooms are going to be left. They know which rooms are going to have the bosses. Things like that, which I do have a video on this channel. You can check it out yourself. But not everyone has that memorized, and they're going to go in there and run train on people. These are both supposed to be a reflection of each other, and it would be nice if they had the same rules. Now, this one is going to be interesting. So, I agree with the spirit that he wants to do here, but not the implementation. So, let's check it out. I was thinking it would be more exciting and engaging if the Top League event could be changed to Fair Mode. This would promote more strategy, skill-based gameplay, and balanced competition. Most importantly, it would give lower CP players and free-to-play players, which isn't that the same thing? Wouldn't free-to-play players also be lower CP? A fair chance to compete against higher-ranked opponents and showcase their PvP skills. I believe Top League could serve as a more strategic and skill-based battleground with Fair Mode. I believe more players would participate actively and enjoy the experience, making the event more dynamic and exciting for everyone. Thank you for taking your time to consider this suggestion. I hope it helps in making the game better for all adventurers. Now, I like the idea here of the fair mode, but using the term fair mode specifically is talking about the fair mode we have right now for duels, which it does make it better. I'm sure anyone who's done some duels in the fair mode have realized it's not fair. It is fairer, but it's not fair. It kind of equalizes some things, such as stats for level, such as some skill levels, things like that. Like it does equalize things a bit, but not everything. So while this, I mean, this literally would make it better than we have right now, but this does not fix the problem, in my opinion. The fix that we have currently in game right now is the whole different top 8s, but you need 16 teams that all win at least 12 matches of the 16 matches to make it to have 2 top finals for Top League, which really doesn't happen besides super early servers. There's been talk about trying to make it CP based, but people cheat the CP. The CP rankings get updated every 10 minutes. You can easily cheat the rankings so that you're at a lower CP when you go in for Top League. There was talks initially when Crusade came out where they have salvation power, where it's a lot lower than your actual CP, but it's an equalization of a lot of things, a little bit more actually than the fair mode, but still not fair. There was talk about that for Top League, and I think that's also a good idea, but I think Top League would be at its best if everyone goes in and similar to Uncharted Battlefield, everyone is level 150, 160, 200, whatever it is. Everyone's the same level. Everyone has base level 10 skills. Well, 10 awakened, level 10 again. So 20 if you want to say it like that. Skills. And then all stats are equalized. Everyone's stats are the same number. And then the only thing that augments that is whatever your class advancements are. So that would be more, if you are an archer, you would have more crit. If you are a ninja, you would have some block ignore. Things like this. I think that would be an interesting way if we want specifically fair mode. All stats equalized plus whatever's your class advancement. Now, and then so the only difference between you and your opponent is your class advancements, and if your fairies have your echo, if your fairies have any passives that activate in Top League, as well as generations and cores if they have activations in that game mode. There's a lot of different ways they can do this. I think this is on the right path, but there's some innate flaws that we will always see when we try to do something like this. Let me know what you guys think down below. Until next time, guys.